think 4am in Nairobi? Album or not album related?
Before the album, 4am in Nairobi was basically a love story. Ukisikiza the songs after the first song, Wake Up Call, ni love story tupu. I wanna run away, sema unachotaka. Hivyo the whole a love story. Na ni kitu nafanyikianga watu wengi at 4am. Kakitu tunafanyikianga. Your girlfriend sent you a message at 4am. Hi. Someone sent you a message saying they need money at 4am. So automatically
avoid
for
those
most
people.
Nairobians, mnamkanga 4am tayari, not willingly, but stress yako ilikuwa mshanga. That is what 4am Nairobi was about.
Yani usingizi imeisha unaamka.
Usingizi imeisha. Yeah. Na ukiangalia simu yenyewe kuna stress imekungoja. There's something waiting for you on WhatsApp, on your messages, somewhere.
What do you think? What do you think when you think 4am in Nairobi?
Yeah, so basically ukisikiza hizo songs, they are so vulnerable, first of all, like like the lyrics and everything, like it's a man who's trying to throw out all the emotions over there. Hizo ndo times zenye maybe mostly ukiwa when you with your girlfriend or anything, kuna hizo tantrums, kuna hizo mapenzi, kuna hizo, you know. But also again, like as an artist, when you draw yourself back, hizo ndo times maybe umetoka show, umechoka, so like, but tomorrow lazima inge studio, you know. So like when you compile all that, it's like a lifestyle that we have had like as a band. Maybe ile point yenye umeko kidate, hizo ndo time hata maybe when you're trying to write songs that are ziko vulnerable, hiyo ndio your time. It's the fresh time, that morning time. But again also, if ukisikiza 4am in Nairobi, the intro, utasikia mse anashout uko mare all kind of, as you're arguing with your girlfriend ama mko hizo lovey-dovey and everything, kuna jamaa ameamka
anaenda join
shughuli. That's 4am in Nairobi for you. Yeah.
Okay. So I love how you've described it. I had an interesting, I guess, perspective or thought about the music, and I wanted to know if it's something you've heard before or it's something that you're hearing for the first time.
Okay.
A lot of times men are not vulnerable, so they don't express themselves or what they're going through. But like when I listened to 4am in Nairobi, it was like what women want, in the sense that women want you to tell them what you want, but we never do as men. Like as men, we keep that shit inside. And then here you guys are saying, you know how like women are like, what are we? Tell me, define the relationship. You guys literally throughout the project are define. You're saying, I want you to leave. You're saying all the things that a woman wants to be told, but they're never told in a relationship, because as men, toxic masculinity, or maybe it's our culture, or for some reason, it's the things that are not being said that people really want. Like today I was just talking to someone and they're like, I'm feeling low. I'm like, why are you feeling low? And they're like, I want you to tell me that it's good. I'm like, nigga, you know, but it's like people want to be told things. People want to be communicated to. People want to know, okay, come next week. You know, like, and you guys are communicating and you're literally doing what women want through music. Because you know, like literally hakuna kitu mnaficha, nasema okay staki like, and it's in a way that anybody can receive it, you know. So but that was my take. Am I off? Do people actually say that?
To actually add on that, I actually think is a nice thing, because how he writes his lyrics and how his vulnerability also comes out is also very different from how man comes out, you know. And how Tuchi's comes out. And when you combine all of that, it brings out like something different. It's like you're giving those women a variety, like this is how he communicates, this is how I communicate, this is how Twitch.
And you know, we all communicate differently,
you know?
But if you can all be vulnerable and honest in terms of what you're saying, it's authentic. You know, it's very authentic.
It also gives it that beauty of diversity.
So
wanaume wapate chance, it's okay to be vulnerable.
But let me ask you something. Why do you think it's hard for us as men to be vulnerable?
It all goes back to I'd say how we were raised in our time. Ukiangalia sahi, the days are a bit different. Parents are not kama wetu. Parents right now encourage kids to talk, and that's, I think, in generation yetu ya wazazi, because as we were young, we really wished to talk, but aungeeza.
May I remember the questions I couldn't ask my dad. Like, you're asking me a question, who are you? Like, are you mad?
Whatever was closest to your
Keep
mother
it to
will
your-
land
keep
on
it.
your face. Whatever is closest. Nisivu, the remote, hey, it's on your face. But ni kitu tumetaka kufanya for a long time. Just talk. And I think we are the age where we're able to talk. Na tumefika point enye, we're willing to unlearn what we learned. Na sasa tunataka kubonga.
Okay.
And the generation after us should be able to talk.
Yeah.
Usikuwe mtoto anagofa kuongea juu msae juu. No.
Because again, also that breeds a lot of toxicity.
Yeah, man.
There's
Yeah.
miscommunication, misunderstandings, all that kind of thing, which is not really right. Does not bring out that love that really needs to be there.
Exactly, because we need that love, but then if we're all keeping it inside, then who's gonna,
Yeah.
So let's talk about something. I was doing my research and I saw the early music you guys were doing. You worked with Saint P.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'm interested in also there's the parts where you guys were gigging and like you guys were doing gigs in the beginning. But I'm curious as to, okay, Angelina was produced by Saint P, correct?
Yeah,
So and you said that's the first time ilikuwa nafanya kwa collabo, you and the band, and then you guys came together. So I guess I think that would be a great place to start, because that's I guess the beginning of how you guys came together, because you also did more songs and worked on a lot of stuff. So if the beginning ilikuwaje?
We were meeting Saint P. It was solid tayari.
Okay.
We had already fixed our structure. We had already
Mulipata na Saint P wapi? Do Saint P is a big producer.
pass the ball.
Kahuti.
Aseme hiyo.
Mulipata na Saint P wapi?
Ilikuwa weird though. So now here comes this day, kulikuwa na maombi kwetu.
Mse wa kanisa, by the way.
Mi nikaambiwa tuko na maombi lazima ukae. Was like mi kunaenda place nini achane na mimi. So like kulikuwa na event ya Blaze at Thika.
Blaze ile ya Safaricom.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So like actually I didn't even have a ticket, but there was this friend of mine, Jerita, shout out to you Jerita. Alinipatia ticket, then nikaenda. So and then Blaze is also usually about your time ilikuwa about talents, like they have tents where you can kind of
You used to like have mentors in the tents, and you go to a different tent, interact with like
So definitely nikaingia tu kwa music.
Yeah.
So that's where, and then people are doing freestyles and all of that. So I was like, why not? Why not? They have a guitar over there. Kuna mse nakumbuka yani Scott nilishikiwa mic na Fenad. You know like 5 years back, your time Fenad anakushikia mic, like wow, okay. So then I performed, and then
because Jugush was there, Fena was there, those different guys.
Yeah. J Blessing pia alikuwa. Yeah. So that is where I met Saint P. Like later.
So alikunotice ama ulimu approach?
Actually it was J Blessing who did.
Okay.
And J Blessing was like, I need to meet your band people and all that. So like so ikakuwa sawa, I'll tell them to come. So wakakam, but again ikata.
Hold up. I think from something I know, Saint P and J Blessing are sindio? Yeah, I know. So that makes sense. Yes. Yeah.
So now from that time
wasingi wajuu your story.
Not many people know about that story. Yeah. So but it happened that J Blessing alikuwa so busy.
Lakini J Blessing wasaidia wasee wengi. Kwanza kusign wasee akipata talent anakusaidia, kama ni vida ama ngoma, hata akwangi mse wa ngoma sana lakini atakusaidia.
So but nilikuwa bado na contact ya Saint P, because by then Saint P ndo alikuwa a producer wa J Blessing at the moment. Yeye ndo alikuwa kama J Blessing has an artist or anything, Saint P ndo the person. So that chemistry.
So you take the crew. So do you take the crew, or how do you finally get together with Saint P? Now how do you get to the studio now?
So now I tell him I want him to meet the crew. The crew comes to Thika.
Okay.
For
the second day of Blaze.
Yeah. For Blaze, they get a pass. They also sing.
So ule na day one ukaambia wase kujeni kesho. Kwani ni kesho?
Okay,
that's so cool.
Yeah. So now they came. And that's where pia wakajuana na Saint P na J Blessing. but also sasa J Blessing was a bit too busy,
Yeah.
but you see we have contact na St. P because P also we know St. P is a great deal.
True.
Like in the industry at the moment.
Had been at Homeboys, had done a lot of things. Yeah.
So you're like hata kama wako busy huwa tuachilie.
But then kuuliza swali ya ufala tu for a second. At that point where you're like, okay, we couldn't have done it alone. You were like, you've met the person, so you could have just said misi kwa band anymore. Kahuti to the world.
Actually, J Blessing wanted to send me along.
That's what I'm wondering, because now you're telling me you have to bring a crew tomorrow. You're in story mob, as in sai.
And he put it in the spotlight by the.
That's what anybody would have said. That's why I'm wondering, why did you now call your homies? You'd have done this thing alone.
I was really loyal to them because again, kwanza hiyo time hata nilimba Angelina.
Okay.
You see, that's a song he's
Yes.
initiated. And also, as much as I have a verse in it, it is our song.
Yeah.
So like, if we are actually doing this, we are doing it together. Miani, from that point, people are telling me chukua idea. Chukua idea.
Take.
Jui omoka. I was like, nah.
And what year is this? Because the importance for me is the journey. Because a lot of people, I want to see, a song Watenda Willy. I don't know a song, be like, yo, you guy, yeah. And then I'm like, bro, even me, I'm surprised 2018, I don't know. Like, it's been 2019 you released. So it's like, it's been such a journey, but someone's going to hear about you in 2023 or 2025 and they'll be like, send my recent. Tunajua. So it's like, as far back as when? These thicker scenarios.
Ilikuwa 2018.
So imagine say tuko 2023.
Imagine mazi. You ilikuwa before even.
I'm sure uko na car different.
To stories of feature.
Uko na car different.
So nimeingia campus.
So that's a long time ago.
Manze.
So when you look back at that time, I guess what's changed? Yeah, about you, about why you do this, about why you pursue it. I guess what's the difference between you now and you back then?
Yeah. A lot of lessons.
Wase TikTok wanasema yozo wo. Kuna wangu wako hapo wanawasalimia. Juni wanani lakini sio wangu. Sorry.
So now first of a lot of lessons. Very many lessons, like how to handle things, how to handle yourself as an artist, how to write songs, how to do production, a lot of lessons, a lot of bonding, a lot of brotherhood, you know. Your time na he time you may grow stronger among the for your time yote, because your time kuna ile shida maybe singesaidia msee nayo, but right now I can, because kumekuwa na all that trust to me build all those lessons there. Basically I think those are my main things that you may get from this. So now these are the ones. Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
You're a member of a band, but then I guess when you're in a band or in a group, how do you remain an individual? Because as much as you're part of the group, you have to have your own self-love, your own identity. Like, you can't just be group. How do you balance? Because I'm like, okay, I want to be for the crew and I want to write, but then I also have to be good to be able for us to be good. And like he's talking about bonding and that relationship. I feel like as much as you have to be strong as a unit, you have to be strong as an individual.
Yeah. That's very true.
I think the Yozo relationship is a bit different because for most groups or crews, the relationship inakuanga based on relying on each other. But for Yozo, our individualism is our strength. No. Huyo ende afanya mambo yake, wende nifanya yangu, tuiche afanya yake. When you bring it together, we're like, guys, ni wabaya. You see, that's where the strength is. So I believe individualism yetu ndio imefanya shikane poa. Tukue a bit stronger, tukue a bit wiser. Because vitu watapitia individually, akikama share, mean to learn from them and I won't do them. And things that I go through individually and I come share with the group, the rest won't go through them. Ndo tumeshikilia to this point.
With regard to the latest project, how long did it take you guys to come up with the project?
PTSD without the trauma. Without the trauma.
Poto lingine
guy.
Hii project tulianza kuiwakia last year.
Wow.
Last year. Actually now it was the one project that we decided hii tunaenda nayo. You see, like past projects St. P alikuwa maybe involved, ametusaidia hapa na pale, you know. but this one was like it is our first independent project in Tutawakia. So we were getting
even distribution. You guys released it yourselves.
No. We partnered with CNC.
Okay.
CNC
Yeah.
Industry,
Okay.
Yeah. So what was I saying?
Independent.
Initially haikufaa kukuwa whole EP. Initially it was just some few acoustic songs.
Okay.
But then hizo acoustic songs unarudi studio the next day unasikia hii song haibambi, let's add something to it. The next day you come, hii song haibambi, tuongezeka kitu. At the end of the day you realize it's a whole song.
And who was who?
Like
and throughout this, who was a producer, or did you guys work with one producer?
Yes,
or
he's one producer.
Okay.
OG. Litwa Ravo.
So yeah, so kwa sababu Dr. Ray anatungojea. Sema msichelewe, ni wewe wa kuchelewa. So Dr. Ray, who's Dr. Ray? Tell us about Dr. Ray.
Ravo Music. Ravo Music is a good friend of Twitchy. Walikutana pia OST so masiku za kucode IT.
Okay.
Lakini
mnajua kucode bado ama ilikuwa ya kucode za
code wabaya. Send work. Walipatana OST na Twitchy.
Okay.
And they both had an interest in music production, so that built their bond.
Okay.
So through their friendship, si tukatokea because Ravo managed to open a studio way before Twitchy.
Okay.
So like
Twitchy rako na studio pia.
Yeah, it's in the works, bado haijafunguliwa, but it's a good setup he has.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ravo akasema, may have a studio, so you come work over there. But it was supposed to be acoustics, Instagram too. But as I said, every day unaongeza kakitu. You got to a small project, acoustic to IG.
So haikuanza ati tunaanza project.
Hii ilikuwa like ini project ya kwanza. Tunaanza vile tunaianza.
Wenye tu iko.
Okay.
And then like
the next day ngoma ibambi tuongeze tu drum.
I like what you're saying because I want to ask you about something. For example, there's one of my favorite artists, his name is Madai Njama. Madai has a song called Without You. And Without You, there's a version on his album, and then there's a way he performed when Madai anakuanga na guitar saa zote. So akicheza Without You, mimi nasikianga different versus the album version. So I'm like, you should make an acoustic version. So I like the acoustic version better than the album version. But like when you're saying, like when you're making a song and jamming, like you're psyched. When you're saying you listen to it the next day, you're like,
like
maybe it's not,
I wish this song had guitars. Then we had guitars. The next day, I wish this song had a bass guitar. I wish this song had drums. Eka kitu. Eventually it's a whole song na mefanya 10 kama hizo. Mabro iko EP.
And that's how the project came about.
The project came about. But very weirdly, they were songs interconnected with each other.
Because you said it was a love story. You said it started as a love story. And that's what I was gonna come back to that because I was curious. I love story najaribu kuielewa. Na love story gani ya 4am?
4am bwana.
4am ina mama.
Story for another day. Inabidi watendawili waitwe pia tuseme wote. Atusema peke yetu.
But you're saying
it was very weird how the songs were interconnected. Like tulikuwa tunaandika songs zenye ziko na stories zetu individually. Me I'm with this girl, I really want to take her far away. Unajua? So Kauti had written a song called Far Away. And we all joined in tukaongeza experience zetu on Far Away. It was a good song. Kauti had Sema. Tukaongeza verse zetu. Sema became a good song. That was Steady. Tukaongeza verses ikakuwa song. They were all individual experiences, but when brought together, they tell a certain story.
Nice. Let's talk about the 2 features on the project. You have a feature with Watenda Willy and a feature with Kinoti. The Kinoti one excites me because alianza Kimeru. Iyo Kimeru anaanza tu wow.
Hapo alitaka wewe.
So I guess how did you guys connect with Kinoti?
So Kinoti first of kwanza hata mbele hata niende huko. Kinoti alikuwa that friend from Instagram.
Okay.
So, when unaonanga boy unaimbanga like you do it really nice. Hey, this is really nice. So like me and Kinoti we had that kind of friendship.
Okay. Una like picha ukiona hivyo tu.
Ni story una reply uko fit, uko fresh. And then Kinoti goes ahead and akakuwa na an EP.
Safe Space.
Yeah, Safe Space.
Yes.
Yeah, Safe Space.
No, there's green room.
The first one.
Breaking hearts. The heart to heart. Yeah.
Yeah. So that EP he plays to me even before he releases, and I'm like, hey bro,
like live.
Okay. This is really nice. Yeah. This is really nice. Ilikuwa poa sana. So like from there kukakuwa na hiyo ubeshte tu poa, and then looking forward to before we had a release, he had all those releases. Is really amekuwa tu mse
consistent sana na amegrow sana.
Yeah, na craft yake iko poa sana like iko. But I'm also in my head, I'm like since he played these songs to me, definitely means, and I liked them, we could have
chemistry or some a vibe.
Yeah, definitely could have chemistry. So I'm like, hey yo guys, mi nafikiria tuongeze Kinoti kwa EP. I think juu tuko in the same space, we almost the same age. You see how like you see other artists,
your peers. I think it's safe to say you guys are peers.
Yeah, your peers. Yeah. So like I'm like it will really go nice. Other than even the music itself, inaweza enda poa cause tuko on the same level of trying to build. So he was like, I was like, tunaweza fanya hiki. It was like iko poa, and he came to studio. We did actually the beat from that song is partially made by Twitchy.
Oh, nice.
Twitchy made it, and then Twitchy made it. Twitchy made it, and then venye tulienda studio, Kinoti came, took a vibe into it, and tulikuwa like, yani ikitu ilikuwa it was this actually, easy to.
But can I tell you something about that song?
Yeah.
It's a hook for me. It's that melody. Whoever found that melody is the one who struck gold, because like the motion, like it's almost like. It's you can't get it flows too hard, like it just like it's a very dope hook that's very unique. It's a hook you can't forget. I think the hook is really it for me. Like the Kinoti is amazing,
so
but that hook is very weird.
Kinoti came last kwa project yote. The project was actually complete, but we were like, ay man, nikitu inahitaji kitu ingine extra. There's something missing. That is the last song.
Okay.
Actually alikuja after we've done those acoustics, we've converted them into songs. Sasa tumeketi tumesikiza na tunasema hii mali inahitaji one more thing.
Yeah. I was like, I had the beat from Twitchy. Twitchy posts his beats on YouTube. Yeah, we're like, nataka hii beat. No, I need these beats like in our project, and that is where actually the hook came in.
Yes.
If you observe, he does the verses most. The first verses. I do the hooks. Mi spendi mambo mingi ya verse kuni. Inanichosha, but nataka ku.
You got the motion. Can someone sing that hook, please? I love it.
Mwenye aliandika ndo huyu.
Hebu tuimbie hiyo hook.
You got the motion, sura na vibes. Kila unataka nita provide. You got the motion, you got the vibes. You got the motion, sura na vibes. Kila unataka nita provide. You got the motion, you got the vibes.
Panda na kushuka, tumepanda na kushuka na tumependana si tukafanana, tumeagana hatutawachana. See you in my dreams and I see you when I wake up. Don't wanna see you baby with another. We're getting older, we don't want no drama. So mommy sing my songs when I'm not around. Washa kimoja and roll me another. Sitaki kungoja nami sitachoka.
You got the motion, sura na vibes. Kila unataka nita provide. You got the motion, you got the vibes. You got the motion, sura na vibes. Kila unataka nita provide. You got the motion, you got the vibes. Sura na vibes.
Kile unataka
nita provide.
You got the motion, you got the vibes.
You got the motion, sura na vibes. Kila unataka nita provide. You got the motion, you got the vibes.
Guys, I have a very serious question for you guys.
Yep.
Yes, please.
I feel like there's a very big space that you guys are coming and feeling that is very important when we talk about like the Yozowo, the Ochiko, the Ethan Muziki, like we're like R&B.
Yeah.
And love music, like music that people can. But not, it can't be all the time drill every time. Like music that's about love and R&B and all of that. I guess that's where we're kind of saying your music fits. But I guess where would you guys say, or how would you guys describe your music? Because Apple Music, when I say it's Afro pop, I would say it's maybe more R&B. But then I don't know. I guess
let's call it a fusion of Afrobeat, Afro R&B. It's called Alte, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alte, yeah.
Alte-ish.
Also, you will also find it diverse because when you look at a song like Far Away, goes all the way to look like Afrobeat.
Yeah.
Steady goes to look like Alte. Siwende looks Afro-popish. Sema looks Afro R&B now. Motion is in between Afrobeat and any
the Kenyan R&B type of sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Afrobeat again ni R&B hapo ndani, so it's a fusion of
Hapo ndo ile story ya individualism yetu inatupa strength, because everyone comes with a different thing. Huyu atakuja na Afrobeat style, I'll come with the R&B, he'll come with the Alte style, and when you put it all together na realize ni kitu ina sound sensible.
Yeah,
go with it.
So I think a fusion, like you're saying, a fusion is exactly like a
fusion.
tunafaa tuanzishe genre kayo Kenyan shida wa Kenya ni moja, wa Kenya watakangi box, so ukisema ni Kenyan fusion watakataa. By the way, they ukisema ni gengeton hapana, like they don't want to be boxed in, so it makes sense to box, like it makes sense to, like, for all of us to come together under a genre and push that, but we don't, well, kichwa ngumus, bro, like we don't want to be told that we're this or we're that, because even you're saying I'm not this, I'm not that, you know, nobody wants to be, you know,
put in a box.
Tukianza story, bro, ulisema hata ukomenda campus, so ukasema, so for sure tunajua ulijoin campus, so I guess where did life take you besides this journey on a group? Because you're on a group journey, but they're also on your own journey. I guess school unasomea nini?
So I did a diploma in food and beverage management.
Okay.
And then I majored in making cakes. So I'm a baker.
Nice.
At the moment, I'm a baker. I'm a home baker. So I sell my cakes online. I deliver, but they're going lini. Sasa mi natafuta.
Here we go again.
Okay, niko na very serious question. Wedding cake ni kama how much?
Ina depend inatoshana aje. Like how many kilos do you want?
Okay.
What design do you want?
Okay.
What flavor do you want? Where tunaipeleka wapi?
So okay, IG shop inaitwa nini? Kahuti's Cakery. Yep. So if anybody is looking for cakes, they can hit you up and at Kahuti's Cakery.
Yeah, na sijasahau birthday yako ni lini?
November 29th.
November 29th.
So how do you do both? I guess in terms of what takes precedence?
Okay, so now good thing I'm my own boss, so I can always be flexible with time. Ile time yenye tuko na gig, tuko na nini, maybe najua gig itaanza 2, so I make sure my work is done from my baking to my deliveries, all done in the morning. Like I naongea na clients wangu tu vizuri, I tell them hii time inaweza kuwa more favorable, and shout out to my clients juu wao uelewa pia, like hawakuwa you know there's those unaweza pata those type of clients.
Do you have a specialty, like what I guess what's the best, which cake do you make best? What's the most popular one?
Anything with blueberry.
Okay.
Is blueberry forest, blueberry cake itself.
Okay.
Napenda sana, yeah.
Okay.
That's the signature. That's my cake.
If you want to win her over, talking blueberry.
Okay. So you guys make music for wataki ku acclaim. Why don't you claim her?
We just don't want to put we just don't want to put them in the spotlight kama sisi unajua na hivyo umetoka kwa spotlight mwingine atamweka kwa spotlight mahali amuza do you have a boyfriend
unatoka studio ni kumoto
atoka na mama the elephant has left the room.
Okay, so just for fun, he's not here, but I guess tell us something about Tucci. I guess what would you want us to know about Tucci?
Man, I could say a lot about Tucci. Hata nimesmile. I'm so happy talking about that guy. I mean, Tucci is the kind of guy that everyone likes. Sijaona mtu kama huyo. He just walks into a room, people are watching from afar, and they're like, I want to hang out with that guy, and they go hang out with him. He's just that guy.
He's just vibes like that.
Yeah. He dances, he sings, he raps. Anafikanga tunasema bro cheza chini pesa tunataka kuwateka teke wote tochie venyeji please. But Trish is a really cool guy. Tulipata nayo shule ya coding, so he also codes. We've done the same course in campus IT pia.
So after you finish the course, the initial course, you continue to do with IT?
That was a short course. It was
Okay.
a 3 months course. It was after high school. We were not the guys who did Microsoft.
Okay.
We decided
The
to
ma
go-
packages ilishanga 90s. Wase wa 90s ndio wanafanyanga ma packages.
Tuliamwacha to code.
Which is quite smart. So like have you ever like actually coded for someone like
Yes, it's actually what I do on the extreme side. I'm a coder on the side, but mainly I do events.
Okay.
Event planning, event partnerships, basically anything to do with events. Niko
Okay.
hapo. Yeah. Currently I do a show at the Manhattan every Wednesday.
Ooh, nice.
Guys should pull up.
What's the show called?
It's called Live and Vibe.
Okay.
Everyone-
And you're the host or you're the organizer?
The organizer.
Okay.
I actually try to pull artists to kuja perform hapo, find a new crowd there because Manhattan, it has a different crowd.
So I've never been to Manhattan.
You
tell me about
should.
it. Tell me about it.
Venye watu wanajiita, it's a culture capital.
Naona kuna manganya ndani.
Hey, kuna lori mzima hapo ndani. Kwa lori hapo unaingia ndani una relax, unashika jaba. Haina story nyingi.
Oi, unaweza leta jaba huko? Nilipeleka jaba club volume ya Sonko nikafukuzwa Mombasa. So nasanga club gani nakubali jaba.
But yeah, it's a culture capital, especially being the founders are people in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, creatives.
Yeah, they're creative. So ukiwa hapo ka creative, it's like a safe space for us as creatives. Na ndo maana hiyo show ya Wednesdays imeshika hivyo.
Okay.
And we'd like more and more artists to come.
Is this the one that Valerie was supposed to be performing at, but it had to get cancelled because of Manda Mano?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's actually supposed to perform this Wednesday.
I think they postponed to Saturday.
No, this Wednesday, 19th
Okay.
July. And
Okay.
come.
Okay.
But maandamano imetupa ile kiboko tena. We shall communicate.
Oh, baba amesema wanarudi.
Ni sawa tu, we support people.
So you know what we should do?
Uh-huh.
We tell these guys to perform for them at their mandamanos. You know, that's gigs.
Have you seen those guys? Have you met those guys? Just perform hapo.
Where's perform mandamano?
These guys didn't come to play, bwana.
They be a mic on stage. I'm not doing that.
Karod show hivi. Karod show track ya mandamano inaweza kuwa
Hata-
lit.
Acha tungoja tu campaign.
Do you know, by the way, imagine politicians when they have like events, them they always jazza. Like, you know, like them they have cash. Hakuna hata story ya entry fee. We need to manipulate them. We tell them, we Raila tunakuja kuimba na wewe kwa barabara. Juu ya magari tu.
I was telling them politicians have a concert every day. And
Exactly.
guys pull up. Like, the concert na imejaa. Raila akisema kesho
Kamkunji.
Twende Kamkunji and it's sold out.
10,000.
Reminds me, I saw this meme. Raila akisema kesho ni Christmas. Wewe usiulize maswali. Mungu wa Christmas.
Tafuta
Namchinja
chapati.
mbuzi.
Haina wama huu.
Do you think like I don't think there's anybody who could have as much love as Raila has. Like nobody has like as many fans as Raila. Like you're saying Raila akisema kuna it's an event. Anything he does, you know.
Raila akisema sikizeni hiyo
Very
zone.
loyal.
That's it.
But then dance na ile ngoma yenu hivi. You got the motion. You got done.
Waiendoso ichukue. Sina ta kumake it.
Let's talk about I guess where you guys are at right now. I'm curious. I can't say I know you. I'm getting to speak to you guys and learn who you are and what it's like for you guys right now. But from where you guys sit, do you feel like there's a music industry? Do you feel like there's hope? Because I'll be honest and say right now in Kenya it's dark. Like it's like, bro, the economy is fucked. There's no jobs. Nobody knows where it's coming from. The price of everything is up, and it's not just saying it, but like, do you feel hope? Or do you feel like this is going somewhere? Do you like, how is it, where, like, I guess what's, because like, as much as you make music about love and stuff, like what's going on, in the world, like Kiwa Jamii, like, are you guys experiencing what we're experiencing? Am it's good over there in Cake World?
But I think it's work in progress.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the artists, this new artists that you keep on hearing, the likes of Kinoti, Ochiko, Ethan, those guys are doing the jobs on their own.
Yes.
And they are doing so well, Everyone else, like mwenye unaona Kirais anafanya. So it's a work in progress that you can say, let's give it time. It's going to get somewhere in time, with time.
How do you know that? Because it is going to get better with time.
Yeah.
But how do you remind yourself that, or how do you keep the faith that, it might be tough right now, but look where I've come from? Because like, look where you've come from.
Yeah.
You've come from far, and you're going even farther. So like, I know you. Yeah. But how do you remind yourself? How do you keep that?
I don't even look at myself. I look at a place like Nigeria. Nigeria is way, way, way worse than we are. Like hiyo mziki yao bado inaongea. Their economy is in the pits. Their currency is in the pits. But their music still is making airwaves internationally. And that gives me hope that sisi ndo tumeanza hiyo vita. There's a new generation coming. There's kina Charisma, kina Ethan, kina Yuzo, kina Brookwood. It's a new generation. And by the time tunafika the 30th generation, I believe tutakuwa tumefika.
That's so true.
There's so much hope for our children, our grandchildren. Hope iko sana. Ndo tumeanza.
Because if you look at like Otile and Yashinsky, they're where Jua Kali was never, and exactly. Jua Kali was where Kina Kalamashaka were never. So if you look at, even it's getting better. It's hard to remember how, bro, we're in shit. Like you're stepping in shit, you're living in shit. It's like, how is it getting better over here? So that's why I'm just, I know it's we need to be positive, but I'm just, I
mean, the systems being put in place. Nitatumia Ethan for example. Ethan is a really amazing, and anapenda kuemphasize this point, he's an amazing independent artist. And that's why I think all of us should be looking at our independence in terms of the deals we are signing, in terms of the contracts you're getting into, in terms of whatever we are doing. Tunafaa tuangalie ni wapi inanipeleka in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. Endo kitu tumefanya pia sina 4M in Nairobi. Venye imetoka, someone might say Yuzo are new people. Ukicompare na songs zetu za kitambo. But
the coolest thing ever is, and sorry to cut you off, so sorry. I love that. I love Angelina, but I love that Angelina sounds nothing like Siwende.
Exactly.
Like, and because it's, to be honest, you sound like two different artists. Because the music you guys made with Saint P and the music you're making with Ray, I can tell it's a different producer.
Sonically,
that was almost the formula for commercial back then, and then this is just you guys being you, and it's authentic. You see, there's that was a formula game. I know a formula game. Like I really, but like this, I feel like what you guys are making now is authentic. Not saying what you guys were making before is not authentic, but I can tell the difference in sound. But that's just me.
Yeah.
So in another 5, utatel difference ingine because that's where the growth is, because we're looking at your hope.
Imagine Twitch atakuwa produce more, and as you keep adding, because your skill sets, you guys are only getting better.
Getting better, yeah. So I believe your hope inakuja from yourself individually and what you're doing to better yourself in the next 5, because the systems I'm putting in place, Ethan ata the benefit. The systems Ethan is putting in place, result a benefit fully. I believe that's the value.
Yeah, because that gives me the insight of you see thing like what Bien is doing. Bien has broken the barrier of tutafanya collabo tu huku Kenya peke yetu. Reach out to Erasta amefanya.
Exactly.
France. Sure.
Francophone, this new one, the baby remake,
And those things will trickle down.
Even the Darasa one is so smart. Like right now Bien is being spun in Tanzania like mad.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to go, it just makes it easier. And then imagine they'll find his own music and also play that,
Through BN Bensoul watafika. Through Bensoul Yozo watafika. Hivyo tu through Yozo another person will make it. And hivyo at the end of the day our industry is where we all want it to be.
So let's talk about something. I would love to hear the reactions you guys are getting for the newest project, especially because I today when I was talking to people about the project and I was playing it around people, I got 3 compliments. I was when I'm making ngoma poa. I got the vulnerability question. And then I was also asked about the producer. So like it's very, I guess, what are the reactions you guys are getting in terms of people commenting? What feedback, family, what's the feedback you guys are getting from the latest project?
Actually, all those you highlighted are the main ones.
Emphasis on vulnerability.
Vulnerability, yeah. The producer who's
because the producers, it sounds very different, you know. Yeah.
It's not something that's been done before.
Yeah. And then again,
and it's short, you know. Also these days people don't have too much time. Because and the songs are amazing, but like the project being short allowed me to listen to it 3 times. You know, I listened to it, okay, nikamaliza nikasikiza tena. So it being short allows people to consume it and consume what you guys are saying. You know, if it was a 50-minute project, I wouldn't have had it, all of it.
I saw that complaint somewhere where someone was saying, hey, we don't need 17 song albums anymore. Just shorten it to 7 or 8. Please, we don't want long. By the time we have songs,
it works for Chris Brown because you're trying to get out of a label deal. Like, you know, these guys are trying to recoup from the label. You're supposed to, But like, if you're trying to get out of a label deal, but like, I think if you can choose the best songs, which is what you guys have done, that's what matters.
On my end, I think the biggest feedback is watu wanataka wake up call iishe, by the way. Everyone wants a full song out of the intro.
Okay.
And I think
does that exist or you'd have to go make it?
We'll actually make
it. We'll make it.
Because now it's becoming a serious thing.
Okay.
Wasa wanaitisha hii song si tupe tusimfanya song.
Wake up call iko song. It's just an intro, but tutaimaliza eventually. Lazima iishe.
Videos. Videos. Are we gonna get a video or videos from the project?
Beki noti ashike simu.
Amekata. Nikupatie number.
Beki noti ashike simu to shoot video.
Could that be crazy?
But yeah, we're looking at shooting motion.
Okay.
I think itaenda sana. We're looking at shooting far away.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're looking to take any other recommendations.
Okay.
Fun favorites.
What's your favorite song of the project?
Motion.
Motion
and Steady.
Kwa nini?
Hey, motion haishangi utamu. Like, okay, I'm a fan of mupenda happy songs. A song that makes you feel happy. Motion is a song for me.
Okay.
Steady is Afro swing. I love Afro swing alte sana. Like mostly Afro swing and alte utazisikia in Nigeria ama from the kinds of Zinia.
Yes.
Don't hutazisikia sana. So I'm like, hey, nimetengeneza alte. Hey,
what wanapenda Steady by the way. People with a special ear. That is a special song for special people.
Okay.
Si kila mtu anapenda Steady.
You guys, let me come back and ask you guys. Do you guys want to work with anyone? Producers or artists?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who? Give us some names. That you not worked with.
Hey. Already worked with Yozo, my dream guys. Shout out to Yozo.
Shout out to Yozo.
I think Abdian collabo would do really well. Who else? Yeah, that's it, Bian.
Okay.
Me, I want an Angie song. Nataka buti.
Walai.
Buti, yani tufanye an Angie song mbaya.
Itasoundaje?
Itakuwa noma.
You know, fun fact, the EP that we've done is vulnerability and all that. The songs that we have in studio right now are so different now.
What they sound like?
There's so much in the party scene that it'd be like, Asinda walikuwa naimba Suwende, you know?
Yeah.
They're so different. That's why I call out that collab with Buti. Nataka ngoma yangu icheze kwa club. I want that rowdy.
So are we going to get music so I guess knowing that you have that sound, how long do you wait to let this breathe? Because this just dropped. I think it came out 4th of July.
Yeah,
4th of July. So like as much as you have heat, like how long do you wait? Like najua.
Okay, so now always unajua hii sasa ni ni kama venye unakwanga umeweka pesa kwa bank
savings
kuinvest. So as soon as now we feel like this EP has taken us to where we need
purpose.
Yeah, watu wameisikiza, they've given us their feedback, wameipenda, wamecritique, imetufikisha places, return investment, you know, all that. When you sum that up, you'll be like, so now it's time to go to the next level.
Okay.
And sasa tutaanza kuwarushia hizo
zingine.
Let's talk about
we are young artists pia. So we have the chance to
experiment exactly.
Yeah.
Tutatoia filo, tutoe rumba, tuone what works best, and by the time we're hitting our old age, we're good to know what we're going with for the rest of our lives.
Okay. Let's talk about family. I guess what your families, what do they think about music? Like you guys pursuing music?
Ilikuwa vita in the earlier days.
Narrative.
But if you fight the fight and fight the fight, eventually itabidi waitiki.
We get used to it, but because also again I understand the perspective of parents trying to beat you up. They don't some of our parents
they think that's how they know how to communicate maybe.
Yeah, and they also don't know that field, you know.
And they're afraid. They want, because your parent wants the best for you. They don't want to be feeding you until you're 40 either.
Are you going to really make any money from this? Ama utenda tu kupotele kwa drugs, you know.
Perception.
Yeah. Ukienda hata kwa motivational speakers wa high school and all that, you see all the kind of things they put out about artists. They smoke weed, they do what, you know, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So when a parent gets that perspective, is like, no, I think there are so many things you can pursue to make money, not music. You might get lost.
Yeah.
But also, it is also like usually a responsibility of you as an artist to make them understand. You know, you be like, okay, fine, I understand that you're fighting me because you think I might get lost in it. But not really. I'm going to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
It's actually going to make me money. I'm going to be responsible with it. You know, that kind of whole thing. And that's where the journey comes in, you know. Yeah.
I think pia ni kazi yetu kuonyesha times have changed. It's not like kitambo. Because someone like my mother, shida yake inakuanga, sa Michael utozaje CD? I'm like, what? Nani anauza CD? So it's a bit ueleze. Times have changed. Sahi kuna streaming platforms. Sahi artists are earning more from endorsement. Sahi artists are getting deals off their music.
Yeah.
And like kitambo venye ni wewe kazani na CD yako zisipoenda kubaya.
Zimebadilika sana.
Wakishaelewa times have changed, I think you're in a better position with your parents and family.
As Yozo, are you guys in a place where you're able to gig and make money from the music?
Not really at this point. Tuseme we are 70% there because unasikia bado Kahuti is a baker. I still do events. But that doesn't mean the money we're making from events is not enough to cover what we need it to cover.
Okay.
It's working, but we'll get there eventually.
What do you think? I guess you guys are doing everything you can. Like you have someone who's helping you with different things. I guess like if someone asked you what's not right, what's missing, like what is, you know, like today I was seeing like this Nigeria, they say like you can't make someone hot, like, you know, like you can do everything for them but you can't make them hot, you know, like you can buy them clothes, you can shoot for them videos, but if it's, you know, but like I guess what do you think, what do you guys need as Yozowo? What do you guys need to get to where you want to be? Because you have a vision of what you want to achieve, you know what you guys are going for, and you're working towards it. But I guess like from the point you're at right now, what do you need to get from this step to this step?
A system. I think you're Dr. Nakosa.
Okay.
We don't have a system.
And do you know what a system looks like?
Exactly.
Because sometimes you don't even know what you don't know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know what, yeah. Because you say system, I'm like, what is a system?
Yeah. I mean, I wish our country had a proper system where artists could earn. Because kama unaweza earn, then definitely career yako inaweza songa. Because nafikanga point ka artist, hata nisimame kidogo nitafute kitu nirudishe huko.
Yeah.
So you have to pause your career for a minute. But if there was a system where na John kirelease muziki, tufai for radio waipate, Kiss FM waipate, nani waipate, at the end of the day nitapata some reasonable amount of cash. Hata naweza ona ni utuma. Sitaki kuwataja. But if I wish there was that proper system, I would go really far.
Okay.
I would really go far.
Kahuti, I want to ask you something. What do you want to be remembered for? In the sense of you're making music, you're pursuing things you want to be pursuing. But like at the end of the day, what do you want to be remembered for?
Okay, so now, mainly I just want to be remembered as this guy who's mainly into art, you know, not only music alone. I can sing, I can bake, I can maybe be into style, you know, all that collection of things. Now, you can know me for that. Yeah, like I want to build a legacy around art. I don't really want to get into the kind of job where I need 8 to 5. This is like my main thing. I want to be mainly known for building a legacy on the art area. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. What about you?
Man, I want to be remembered as a pioneer for something. I mean, a pioneer for art, pioneer for change. Miulia sana change. Whoever follows me on Instagram najua amechoka. Miulia sana kuhusu venye nimesema systems. I really want to be known as a pioneer for changing these things. Changing things where kuna shida na promoter, kuna shida sijui na nani, sijui kuna hii radio amekata kuchukua muziki yako. I want to be a pioneer who's been known. Umsali kuja kwa game na shit ka change. That's what I want to be known as.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to tell you guys something really, really random as we wrap up. There's a song you guys were featured on that I heard today and it was really inspiring for me. It's called Put It in Prayer. And it was so random for me because I was trying to listen to you guys' catalog. Yeah. And then I saw a song that's called Put It in Prayer. So I said, okay. Let me listen. And I guess that's my favorite song that I've listened to today.
Actually serious?
I swear to God. Like, it's really an amazing song. So I want you guys to tell us about that song because that's what I'm going to play. But I guess like it's Lily White.
Lily White.
Featuring Yozowo. It's called Put It in Prayer. But like, it's different. Of all the songs you guys have ever made, it's the most different one that I found. And now and you know what excites me the most is Kahuti on a guitar, but I want to hear Kahuti on this rap shit now. You know, because I've heard the gospel shit, I've had the Angelina, I've had the motion. I'm ready for change. I'm ready for everything you guys are bringing because from the little I've heard of you, everything is different. Yeah. You see, like the music you guys started with is different. What you're making now is different. So I guess it's the fact that you guys are different that I love you. Because your music is different. And, you know, I feel like in music, you can't make it in music if you sound like someone else or if you're just like everybody else. Like, your music has to stand... Booty sounds like nobody else. Waire sounds like nobody else. When you listen to Okello Max, you know it's Okello Max. When you listen to Yozowo, you know it's your... And if you can't sound like someone else, you're doing a very bad job. Yeah. So I feel like, for me, because to fit in is easy. Like, you can make a song, okay, cool. Like, I don't want to hear... you make an Angie. I want to hear you guys make your own type of Angie, you know. But I guess Put in Prayer. It was all about difference. But this is very different from everything. Yeah. But let's talk about this and then we can wrap up.
Actually, I think big shout out to you, man. You're the first person playing Put It in Prayer.
It's such a dope record.
Put It in Prayer was never intended to be a commercial song.
Okay.
Put It in Prayer was more of a spiritual song for us and for Lily. Time tulikuwa na record Put It in Prayer
2021
kalikuwa kamenuka. It was hot, so it wasn't really meant to be a commercial. It was meant to be when you may discover even and liked it.
I loved it. Yeah.
And I really appreciate that your muziki imekufikia na wale wote imefikia in silence. But Lily is an amazing artist. She's a rapper. Tulipatana mbali.
Mlipatana wapi?
Hiyo story ni refu. Should we go there?
If you have, why not?
So Saint P had a friend of his called Benali.
Okay.
And Benali was teaching Lily music production and video production.
Okay, is this Benali Flag 42?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's Benali He's a comedian.
Okay.
He's a stand-up comedian. So we met Lily Apple. Lily has heard of Yozo because Benali was in St. P's place teaching her how to do production, videos, because St. P's also into videos. So we met with Lily. Lily has heard Yozo's songs from Benali. Lily wants to work with Yozo. You ask Lily, what do you do? I do gospel. Like, hey, I said, fanyangi gospel, but possible. Tukazungusha yo kalabo, tukaizungusha, shida ikatutwanga. Then Put It in Prayer came into the picture. Lily sent us now a demo she had recorded. Around 2021. Sema nataka nyo same.
This is COVID times.
COVID time.
Time was tough. Times were tough.
Nikala message ya Lily. You remember ile song? Ndio nimekutumia. Please listen, see what you can add on it. We go to the studio, we put a verse, na tukaweka additional vocals. And you said, well, this song is spiritual, man.
It is.
Haitaji marketing, haitaji nini, just post it. The guys who find it, they'll find it and they'll love it. Target audience yake watapata your song.
Yeah.
And I'm glad imefika.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kahuti.
Yeah.
Last words as we wrap this interview up. What do you want to say to the world?
Mshikilia tu hapo. Unajua ni kugumu lakini
Shikilia.
Shikilieni tu. Yeah, thank you for listening to us. It has been a really nice session with you.
Yes.
Actually, didn't even get your name.
Huh? Walai. na birthday yangu nafaa kukam.
Sasa utaniambia time nikiandika hapo happy birthday nitajulia hapo.
Ndakutumia M-Pesa.
Actually kuna ile
sitakulipia, ndalipa for the cake alafu utajua jina yangu.
Wanaume ulizanangi majina. It's chairman until someone mentions it.
Yo bro.
What's your name again?
Chairman. Semaje? Boss, kiongozi.
Mkurugenzi.
Until someone mentions it.
But genuinely, I do really want to appreciate you guys for the music you're making, and for the strides you're making.
Thank you.
I was disappointed I didn't know who you guys were, but I was also excited to discover new music. I do have to play this song for the world though. It's called Put It in Prayer. So, world, this is Put It in Prayer. It's Lily White featuring Yozo. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. We will be back again Monday. But I want to appreciate everybody who's been tuned in. I want to appreciate my guests and success.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Good night, world. We'll be back.
Cheers.
I put it in.
Some of the things that they did to us, just cause it's nothing we could do about it. And some of the things that they said to us, just cause it's nothing we could do about it.
I put it in prayer.
Every day, every day, every day, every day.
Natembea town kama mea.
Every day, every day, every day, every day.
No weapon cause I can prepare.
Prepare.
That's cause I put it in prayer. I put it in prayer.
Confidence up, let out of a model, they counting me out. Like I'm causing model, they coming at me. Wamebeba mapanga, they cutting me off. They forgot they get cut off my sauce. I have fallen and risen again. Sometimes you don't wanna rely on a man, cause they're switching the side like they Judah.
Tell them I go disabled. Got all my trouble disabled. Disabled. I'm taking my disabled. Got all my trouble disabled. Disabled.
I put it in prayer.
Every day, every day, every day, every day.
Natembea town kama mea.
Every day, every day, every day, every day.
No weapon cause I can prepare.
Prepare.
That's cause I put it in prayer. I put it in prayer.
What's spoken at the ones that penetrated your skin, they go through to your head, in your heart you go blades, and your soul is a wreck. And I know how that feel, cause I be where you are when they say that you can. When your power is gone, we waiting them up, we put them in prayer, let God be the judge. We go faith and we not gonna budge.
Atanitetea, sitaogopa. Mimi nishaomba, Mungu mtetezi. Atanitetea, sitaogopa. Mimi nishaomba.
I put it in prayer.
Every day, every day, every day, every day.
Natembea town kama mea.
Every day, every day, every day, every day.
No weapon cause I can prepare.
Prepare.
That's cause I put it in prayer. I put it in prayer.
Prayer, prayer.
Sijawahi penda kupanda ndege nikisafiri, lakini kazi nimechagua. Najua itabidi nitembee, mara nyingi taturusha pande tofauti za dunia. Ikifanyika simu nitachukua, ili nisikize wimbo, inirudishe kando yako, na nitakupigia sauti nikisikia, nitajihisi niko kwako. Ukinihitaji hapo nitakukumbusha. Naweza cheza wimbo wetu, cheza wimbo wetu. Ukinihitaji wewe icheze wakati wowote. Cheza wimbo wetu, cheza wimbo wetu. Hata nikiwa mbali aje, nitakuwa na wewe kwa wimbo wetu. Huu ni wimbo wetu. Nakumbuka usiku juzi, umelala kando yangu mpenzi. Nafasi ni kubwa kitandani, umechagua pande yangu, lakini na nikikuangalia jinsi umetulia, nilijazwa na raha. Hii ni baraka sana. Nikajipata karatasi nachukua, nikuandike wimbo, nikuandike roho. Ukiamka afadhali utajua, nakupa penzi dabo. Ukinihitaji hapo nitakukumbusha. Naweza cheza wimbo wetu, cheza wimbo wetu. Ukinihitaji wewe icheze wakati wowote. Cheza wimbo wetu, cheza wimbo wetu. Hata nikiwa mbali aje, nitakuwa na wewe kwa wimbo wetu.
Yo, that is Ethan Muziki, Wimbo Wetu, playing on Radio 254. This is 254 Express. I got 2 more songs for the show. Let's get it. This is a Roche Superstar.
Oria ngoro yakomera guthanga neta ondwarite kuria kwa muganga wa miti shamba. Sorry for showing up like this. I hope you like flowers like these, cause baby you're the sauce and you're the seasoning, and you know what you're doing. Superstar, Kemodo bad news, fire, Kegumo, Kinyaro, Raya. You're the sheriff for stealing my heart. There's no way I'm taking it back. Okotwalidagyo, na Mercedes Benz. Bekeraga, the latest trend. Showing up to exclusive parties. Dole regular, we VIP. Cause baby you're the sauce and you're the season. And you know what you're doing. Waneda, Madokelira. Waneda, Waneda, Madokelira. Waneda, Waneda, Madokelira. Waneda.
Jana hukudai riba, leo unaimba, vile na kumada. Mwezi umefika kwa kona, unaniona mini danda. Stima imeanza kubip, sasa anani beep. New phone, new business care. Gesi imekauka, na unga imepanda bei. Kwani haujui, hali ya uchumi ni mbaya, je. Wapi wale wote ulikimbilia, vitu vikiniendea mbaya, we. Kama hungeniringia ningekuwa nawe. Uliza benki ya dunia, vile raia waumia. Kusikia gharama kubwa za maisha zimefilisisha. Wapenzi na waseja wanalalamika nje. Chumi ni mbaya, we. Chumi ni mbaya, we. Sijisikie vibaya mpenzi, tapitia haya sote. Sema vile umenimisi, jinsi unanihisi tena nifurahi. Nimetuma zile za pikipiki, si uje tule mbuzi na viazi karai. Eti wataka nije nikakupika, umejipoda wafi na vumbi haikufai. Uski, petroli ilikauka, na Uber zikapanda bei. Kwani haujui, hali ya uchumi ni mbaya, we. Kama si kiburi chako ningekuwa nawe. Uliza benki ya dunia, vile raia waumia. Kusikia gharama kubwa za maisha zimefilisisha. Penzi na waseja wanalalamika nje. Chumi ni mbaya, we. Sijisikie vibaya mpenzi, tapitia haya sote.
Yeah, it's hard out there, but please stay safe, stay scheming, protect yourself, protect your mental health. Let people know you love them while you can, okay? I love you, I really do, and I thank you guys for listening. I will be back Monday 8 p.m. with Jua Kali, so stay tuned. Watu! In the meantime, you're going to be rocking with the big homie Blaze on the Blaze podcast. He's an award-winning podcaster, so put some respect on his name, motherfuckers! Bye.